And welcome to Carnivore Sunday. Joining us this week for Carnivore Sunday is Robin Herron, along with Juliet Edens, better known, Robin, as Carnivorous Grandma. And Robin has inspired thousands by sharing her carnivore journey, practical tips, and real life experiences with honesty and enthusiasm. We're looking forward to hearing more of her story and what's worked for her and the lessons she's learned along the way. She'll also give us an update on Impact. I think there's a few tickets left. So please join me in welcoming Robin. And hey, Juliet, how you doing?
Good morning. Doing great.
Great. We'll just go around, do our quickie intro, and then we'll get into you, Robin. I'll start. I always like to go clockwise. I'm just called Carnivore Teacher. People are not liking the alpha part at the end. I don't understand it. I've got a lot of people that are offended and mad, and they think I'm arrogant or I don't know, something. So I've been just saying I'm Carnivore Teacher and leaving the alpha out. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm on YouTube. I've been carnivore for 3.5 years, and I was keto before that and ketovore. I did a lot of healing and weight loss, and lower back pain went away. I used to have atrial fibrillation that's in remission. Lots of wonderful improvements just by changing what I put in my mouth. Now, there's other wonderful things too, like getting good sleep and exercising and managing stress. But what I put in my mouth made a huge difference. And so removing the noise, removing the ultra processed food and the plant toxins just sharpened my mind, my mood, my emotions, and just took away a lot of the things I thought were age related. They weren't. They were food. They were chemical related. So I'm passing on the word to other people. I'm going to be 61 in a few days. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that number's so high, but there I am. And I think we're all in our 60s here on the screen, right? And no, not yet. Okay, Carnivorous Grandma. And so anyway, that's me. Let's go on over to Juliet.
Hi, I'm Juliet Edens, and I'm 62, John. But the good part is I could retire early, and I get that
Yes.
date July 29th when I meet with my financial planner. I need a date, and it's going to be in 2026. I've been
Oh,
carnivore, 18, 19 months. Reverse type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, severe depression, anxiety, IBD. We were just talking before the show, and I decided to monitor a few things, kind of felt a little weird. And the blessing, the great part is I knew in my mind what it was. I knew the problem. And so it's cleanup time for me, get rid of the heavy cream that creeped back in, and that extra meal out, which we know there's seed oils there. And so in a way, it's wonderful that we could see our body signals. We know when something is off now. Before, if I'd get tired, that was just a normal day. Getting in bed at 1 o'clock and sleeping all afternoon. But that's kind of the beauty of carnivore. It's not always a one and done. I've been carnivore 7 years and everything's perfect, and but it's pretty close to great. Thanks, John.
thank you. All right, Robin.
Hey everybody, my name's Robin Heron and I am your carnivorous grandma. Thank you guys for having me on again for Carnivore Sunday School. I have been, oh, wait a minute, Carnivore Sunday.
Like the alpha, I've been taking things out.
I like Carnivore Sunday School and I never even thought of it. I never had a thought about it. Anywho, I have been a carnivore for a little over 3.5 years, and am discovering so many things about my body still. I still consider myself to be a newbie in the space, like a little baby, like a little toddler, right? I'm 3.5. But learning a lot about my body and seeing some kind of differences. I've had so many improvements just from changing the way that I eat. Um, and I'm discovering that my circle's getting smaller and smaller. And, I'm learning to be okay with that. As Juliet was mentioning about that cream, I learned about a year ago that I can't tolerate cream, dairy, no dairy at all except for butter. And so, My circle's getting smaller, but I feel great. I love carnivore. I think, as long as I'm the one who's making decisions about what I'm eating, I'm going to be a carnivore because the game has been changed. That's what I'll say about it.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, right before we went live, we were talking about the canary in the coal mine and
Yes.
how we could let's just give it to Robin and see what happens. There's a lot of people like that. I have a friend I was talking about earlier who same thing, has to stick with almost lion diet or else she will have massive depression. Massive depression, and has tried that many, many times. So many, we're all so unique and different in how that affects us. I can basically eat vegetables and fruits personally. I could do anything, and I don't have severe reactions. I mean, I'll spiral into a sugar addiction again, and I'm
Mm.
trying to stay away from that. There's just one thing that I absolutely cannot have, or I get almost migraine headaches, and that's stevia. And I learned that through
Mm,
trial and error. Our bodies are all so different. So I also learned recently that I bought some whey protein isolate, and I was just trying a protein shake after my weightlifting workout because I wanted to have something before my first meal, but right close to the muscle lifting. And
Mhm.
I learned that that damn thing spikes my insulin.
mm,
Who knew, right? And then I looked it up. I Googled afterwards. It didn't have any sugar in it, but the whey, a protein, my body pumps out more insulin in response to that kind of protein, that isolate, more than maybe somebody else does. So I learned not to do that. So we have to learn our own individual lesson through trial and error.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more, Robin, about some of the lessons you learned I mean, tell us what you have to eat to stay within
yeah.
that very tight circle so that you're healthy.
So I can eat meat. At least I'm thankful that I can eat things like pork and I can eat chicken, though it's not as satiating as beef. It just point blank is not as satiating as beef. But I can eat all the meats and seafood. I can have fish. But what I cannot have really is a lot of plants. Can't tolerate them. So early on, I discovered like things like black pepper, which I never was a fan of black pepper. It's so funny because my body was saying something. I just couldn't understand what it was trying to tell me about certain foods. Like black pepper, people would be like, "You got any pepper in the cabinet?" And I'd be like, "No, I don't even have any pepper," because I just didn't like it very much. Well, come to find out, it causes me some sinus infection, sinus issues. It makes my nose stuffy and gives me congestion. Things like lettuce. I don't eat lettuce, never liked lettuce. Never thought that there was a nice salad. People would say a nice salad. I'm like, there's no such thing as a nice salad. All salads are evil. But come to find out, I had a sensitivity. So as I have I literally accidentally got some lettuce and found out that it causes this hand blistering for me. And anything that has a seed oil. So lots of, I eat out quite often. And oh my gosh, I gotta tell you guys the story of a restaurant I went to. But I eat out often because my husband and I, we do date night every Friday. We've been doing it ever since we got married. And so we usually go out to eat. And I'm finding that I'm getting these rashes. Like I woke up this morning with a rash, like on my flank and on my bottom. Like because I know that I got a seed oil when I went out to dinner on Friday night. So it's just hugely problematic. It causes all kinds of problems. It really causes itchiness and rashes, blisters. In my hands is where I get those blisters at. Blisters on my feet, and then also sort of like a gout type of a thing, like my joints ache. So seed oils are really bad, and it really happens. Like I have the fastest turnaround on stuff. If I have something today, within a few hours to overnight, I'm going to have a reaction. So I just use I do use the Redmond's Real Salt seasoned salt, which has a little bit of plants in it, but I don't like purposefully consume plants, particularly like parsley or cilantro or mint, those little leafy type of a greens, because those cause my anxiety to rage. And I was really crippled with anxiety before I went carnivore. So my circle is small. It really is just meat. I can eat butter, but I can't have too much butter because it's a dairy product. I can't have like heavy cream or sour cream, all the fun stuff. I can't do the ice cream, none of that stuff.
Mm.
It all causes me problems. And I guess the thing of it is, I could do it. I could cheat, cheat on myself. But what am I doing to myself? That's the question. Because I think about this boiling that's happening from within my body that's causing the blister to pop up on the outside. There's something really going on inside of my body that is that I can't see, that is a huge problem that causes this to boil up from the inside. And so that is the part that scares me, is I can see this blister on the outside, but what's actually happening inside that I can't see. So it's not worth it to me to actually consume those things. So I typically don't try to cheat, but I will get something at a restaurant and immediately know that it has a seed oil in it. And
Wow.
so that is the problem.
Can you have bacon? Have you ever have? I've added bacon. I love bacon. Taken it out, noticed no different. Added it back. I don't know what my relationship with. I love bacon, but sometimes I wonder. Maybe it's gut
I can
instinct.
have bacon. Yep. I can have bacon.
Okay.
I pretty much can have all the meats, but if the meat has sugar in it, bacon is cured, and it is cured in sugar. I don't know what that process does, but it doesn't react in my body like sugar.
Wonderful.
If I get, like yesterday, I had these beef sausages, and as soon as I looked at them when they were cooked, I was like, oh man, that's got sugar in it.
Yeah.
I put a little piece in my mouth and I just spit it out. I'm like, I cannot eat this. I'm not going to be able to eat it. Anything that has sugar in it, it's going to cause my skin to blister. And I'm just really not willing to go back where I came from with the skin issue, like the 2 black eyes and that dark circle around my mouth that I had before. I'm not willing to go back to that. And also the hand blistering. My hands were so blistered that I lost my fingerprints. They were muted. So they just kept blistering over and over and over again. So, and I do experience that as I get a hold of things that are not that just, I can't tolerate them anymore. So I kind of consider myself, like we were talking about the canary in the coal mine. If there's something in there, my body is going to tell it off. It's not going to just hang out inside my body and not do anything. It's going to show up as blisters or anxiety.
Wow. As you're talking, Robin, I'm sitting here before the call. I'm like, and I'm eating, beef batter, bacon, eggs, and I don't know why this is happening. And then you mentioned sour cream, which I know sour cream has in the past. And I'm like, oh, that's right. There was a little sour cream on that I was on my the egg salad I was trying to eat. It's funny how we forget. It's like, oh yeah. And now I'm afraid if you mention, oh, I had some rye bread, I'll be like, yeah, me too. No, I'm kidding, guys. I'm joking. But
I want to say this though, because that sour cream thing, I was the cheesiest person. I was eating so much cheese when I started carnivore, just like many carnivores do, right? When you start, it is within the scope of things that you can have on a carnivore way of eating. It's an animal-based product. So I was eating cheese on everything. I was having sour cream for dipping. I was having a whole bunch of heavy cream in my coffee. And as I kept going longer and longer, I realized, oh man, this is just not working for me. It's causing these blisters to happen. It's like it causes my skin to boil from the inside out.
Wow.
And then like they're just fluid filled pockets. They look, it's like your what do I want to say? Like your cells fill with water is what it looks like.
Oh, wow.
And so and then it bursts open,
I was going to
right?
ask you, does it go down on its own or they pop open?
They
They
pop
burst.
open and then
Wow.
it goes through this whole process of like
Allergy.
it
Yeah.
fills up and then it breaks open and then it dries out, it flakes and it cracks and it peels and it just goes through this whole cycle. And I would say it doesn't do it all at the same time. So, like one part of my finger will be blistered and then the other part will be cracking and flaking and then the other part will be just
Wow.
dry. It's just really, really, and it itches so bad. It
Ooh.
itches so bad. So I don't know. I see that question. What is the
Yeah.
mechanism? I think it's an allergy. Just like you said, I'm allergic to the way those compounds break down inside my body. I call it sugar. It breaks down into sugar. The cheese does it, the heavy cream does it,
Hmm.
and the sour cream. I accidentally got a little bit of sour cream. This happened to me the other day. I was at the Texas Roadhouse. They cook their
Mhm.
meat in seed oils, just so you know.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
And they put my steak on my mother-in-law's plate, and she had a baked potato with sour cream. So I had the tiniest bit of sour cream on my steak. Do you think
Yes.
that blistered me? Oh, yes, it did. Yes, it
Mhm.
did.
Hmm.
I knew that I had sour cream.
It's amazing.
And so I'm super, super sensitive to all of those things.
So,
The dairy
yeah.
is like, people like, oh, I want to make the Kilt's ice cream. I'm like, nope,
Mm-mm.
I can't have
Mm-mm.
cream at all.
Wow.
And so,
You
and
know,
I'm
and
not
I
willing
knew this.
to. Yeah.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
prior to
Hmm.
carnivore, I knew I couldn't tolerate sour cream, like and ice cream, and maybe that was a blessing. A sad diet, but it's like two things did not agree with me. So it's funny that I knew that, but yet there was sour cream on there, and sure
Yep.
enough, a little bit won't hurt,
I
but it's
wonder if it's the casein, the whey, or the lactose for you, Robin,
Hmm.
or
Yeah.
a
They
combination of
talk
the three.
about,
Like, what do you know what it is, or we don't
I
know?
don't know what it is. All I know is for dairy in particular, it really, really, I remember the last time I had cheese. The last time I had cheese, my daughter bought me a beautiful piece of blue cheese from the farmer's market. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna try a little bit of it. I had probably a half an ounce of it. The next day, my hands were all blistered up,
Wow.
and
And that's
itching, and I
age.
mean,
That's age. So it probably has less lactose
hmm,
and lower
yep,
casein.
yep.
Wow. Or maybe
So,
higher casein.
I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. I used to have take allergy shots years ago
mhm.
because I'm allergic to pretty much everything. I mean, when it comes to like grasses and trees and animals, and I'm even allergic to cockroaches, which if I have a cockroach, just burn the whole place down because
Jeez.
no, but just burn it down. But basically allergic to everything. So I was taking allergy shots, but I did get tested for foods and I didn't have any food allergies identified.
Yep,
None. I was
that's so
not allergic
common.
to any foods.
Mhm.
Although I felt like, sometimes if I have this or that, I feel like it's causing this or that problem. I talked to the doctors about it and they're like, nope, it's not food related.
That's
Completely food related. All of the
yep.
issues that I had from the gut, IBS to the eczema, completely food related, anxiety, completely food related,
And
all of those
because
things.
of N equals one, you know better than any doctor, any
Yeah.
specialist, any study out there, Harvard study, anything,
Yeah.
you know
Hmm.
better than they do because it's your body and you've gone through this through so many decades. So nobody
Right.
can tell you what it is. You know exactly what it is. And that's some of the
Hmm.
arguments that I have with some people. Show me the study, prove it to
I
me. I'm
know.
like, well, N
It's an N
equals
equals
one.
one
It's pretty
experiment. And
powerful.
yes, it is. Most definitely. And I feel like so many people with these skin conditions could really, really address it through a change in lifestyle. If they were willing. I think this there's a big component of fear
Hmm.
that's tied to trying animal based because of the dogma that we have been taught all of this time that red meat's going to give you a heart attack and
Hmm.
it's going to kill you. I even thought the same thing when I first heard about carnivore and heard people talking about it. I was like, now that is crazy. Who does that? Who does that?
But
Because it's like,
but what is it that some of us go, this is the part I understand all the other resistance. I get it.
mhm,
But the resistance to give it a shot, two, 15
I
days, 30
I
days.
think
I don't get it. Tell me,
with a
yes.
lot of people, I honestly think it has to do with ego. I don't want to be proven wrong.
mhm,
Some
Oh,
people are like,
mhm,
I know this. I've been telling people this, and if it goes against that, it's like I've been wrong all these years. And a lot of people don't want to admit that, so they stand their ground and say meat
mhm.
is bad and cholesterol and saturated fat, and they just stick with those old myths because they don't want to be wrong. It's
good.
I think
hard
there's a
to be
couple
humble.
of things. There's a couple of things in addition to that. Yes, we don't want to be wrong. We like to be right. People would rather be happy than healthy. And I've had multiple people tell me that. They're
Yeah.
like, I don't want to try it because I'm going to find out that the foods that I love are impacting me negatively and I don't want to stop eating them. So I literally have had multiple people tell me I would rather be happy than healthy. And I'm not giving it
Yeah.
up. I'm not giving up anything. I'm not going to even try an elimination way of eating because when you start incorporating stuff back in, it's when you find out, oh, oops, I can't have that. Like I knew I couldn't eat onions, especially partially cooked onions. That would tear my stomach up
Wow,
always.
wow.
I knew that that was a problem. I knew that I had a problem with things like tomatoes that sometimes would cause a rash like inside of my mouth. But now I think now if I tried to eat a tomato, it would be really bad.
Mm.
I don't even try it out because I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want to have to deal with that. But yeah, I think people want to be happy. They want to just enjoy their toxic, ultra processed foods and enjoy their life and are not concerned with the repercussions or
What's the
your
what's the balance? All right, with somebody now, someone like you to be happy, okay, you can have your whipping cream and your
Mhm.
spices and all that wonderful stuff, and you're going to be happy for how many seconds, how many minutes of happiness are you going to get compared to how many days of blisters and eczema and crap?
Exactly.
And
I
some
can tell
people
you that
don't
it takes a
understand.
month to clear it. It
Oh
takes a
my
month
gosh.
to clear
So
it.
weigh that little bit of happiness with that enormous amount of unhappiness and pain. Some
Right.
people don't understand that for some people, it's not worth it to feel that way, and that you can you can still be happy controlling
Yeah.
what you eat.
And Dustin mentions fear, a lot of emotions, whether it be, you know, um, jealousy, da da da, whatever the emotion, it all comes down to fear in the end.
Hmm.
It all
Fear.
comes down to fear.
It
I'm
does.
afraid that I'm going to have to let go of things that I don't want to let go of. And I think about this because I've talked to people who are very sick, very sick. And in fact, the reason why I do what I do on my channel is because I'm watching people dying of things that they could be healed from, watching people perishing for lack of knowledge, basically, right? So I'm just trying to be a voice of one crying in the wilderness type of thing. I'm out here shouting into the void with the rest of y'all,
Yeah.
trying to say, hey, you guys, there's another way here.
Yeah.
But people are still so afraid. They're so afraid. They're like, afraid to try it, afraid. Like, what's going to happen? Now, you've been doing what you've been doing for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. If you try something for 7 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you know what I mean? It's not, it's a
Yes,
drop in the
exactly.
bucket for what we've already done as far as damaging our bodies, and the change can be so quick that you would be feeling better than what you are today. And I think
Yeah.
that's what happened to so many of us, is that we said, like I said, I'm going to try it for 90 days and I'll start adding stuff back in. Well, I try to add stuff back in and I find out, wait a minute, broccoli gives me blisters. Cauliflower, that I was eating like a plate full of what I call fat kid broccoli with
Mhm.
all the cream and all the cheese, all the butter, a half a plate full of that. And come to find out, broccoli gives me blisters.
The broccoli.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
stuff we're told is a miracle, is wonderful. Eat your
Yeah.
greens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Dustin says, we can't, we have a very different perspective. And sometimes we lose that perspective over time. I think with coaching, that has helped me go in reverse, where I think when I started, it was carnivore or go home. Once I became a coach, and then now it's like, how can we get you from, zero,
Incremental,
maybe giving up some,
incremental changes.
like just giving up some sugar, added sugar, you have a different perspective. And it's helpful. That's why sometimes I go on the lives and people are just, eat fat, protein, don't eat this. And, and I'm like, don't. I worry for new people. I'm like, let's tone it down.
I've been doing for the month of June, I did, I have a coaching practice as well. And
Yes.
for the month of June, I did 7-day sugar-free challenges.
Yes.
Throughout that whole month. And I just invited people to try a sugar-free lifestyle for 7 days and see what happens. And you guys know Coach Sherrod. That's how he got started on carnivore, because they were looking at me, him and his sister Kendra. They were looking at me thinking, she's crazy. What is she doing? She's going to kill herself with this animal-based way of eating. But he decided to try my 7-day sugar-free challenge a year ago. And he's still a carnivore today. And so, but that's the thing, is when I start talking and explaining to them, what does it mean to truly be sugar-free? If you really want to be all the way sugar-free, you'll be a carnivore, because all carbs are sugar.
There you go.
Right. So
that is a fact that we still have to push through, because we're talking about all these concepts of meat and everything. Mm-hmm. And so many people still don't realize that bread, rice, potatoes, anything that is a starch converts into glucose very rapidly, actually, in the body, very rapidly. Faster. It's a faster spike if you were to test it than if you just eat table sugar, because half of that table sugar is actually fructose. So if you eat a bowl of rice, you're going to have a higher insulin response than if you just have a Snickers bar. People
Isn't that crazy?
It's absolutely crazy. And nobody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Robin,
so, go ahead.
I was going to say, one question I get a lot, but you have a lot more coaching clients and experience. Do people ask you, what supplements do you take? Do you get that a lot? And
yes,
share that
they
with us,
do.
If you don't mind.
Yeah. So I do take a few supplements. I take a nootropic. Now, y'all don't come for me, okay? Because I am a carnivore, but I do take this nootropic. It's called Keto Brains Nootropic. It has 4 carbohydrates, which I'm willing to include in my carnivore way of eating, because of the brain health piece. So I have, in my family, I have some brain issues that I don't want to go in that direction. Alzheimer's, dementia.
Yes.
The kind of run in the family. I'll call it run in the family, but definitely the food will pull the trigger on that for sure. So I take that Keto Brains Nootropic, and I also take iodine. Right now I'm just at a couple of drops, but I really think I need to intensely increase my iodine. But I'm titrating up on that again.
How are you with seafood, Robin? Do you eat any seafood, and how does that affect you?
I eat seafood. I love seafood. In fact, I went to the all-you-can-eat crab leg buffet the other day and ate probably 5 pounds of crab leg.
All right,
I love them. But my daughter is here in the house with me with her 5 kids. Ooh, y'all. That's crazy. That's another crazy story we could talk about sometime. But She can't be in the house with any kind of fish or seafood,
Oh,
except for maybe a little shrimp. But so I don't cook any seafood or eat any seafood in the house. So sometimes when I go out, I'll have salmon, or I'll have, like I'll go to the crab leg buffet or something like that, or go to my in-laws and they'll cook catfish or whatever. So, but I don't eat a lot of fish because of the fact that that she's here. So I'm taking iodine. So I need to do a little video on iodine. I had an interview with um, Dr. Elizabeth Bright. And Dr. Elizabeth Bright is of the mind that all of us need to be taking iodine because of the depletion of iodine in our soil, and that we are probably all some level of iodine deficient. And so I really started taking it I had kind of taken it for a while. I increased it way up. And then people on my channel were like, "What are you doing? You're going to kill yourself." And I freaked out a little bit and stopped taking it. But I just am starting to reintroduce it. But I'm going to do a video about the benefits of iodine at some point. But yes, I definitely, I don't have enough seafood in my diet. And I need to incorporate iodine because our soil is depleted. So
Right.
we can eat the animals that eat the grass, right? But the soil is depleted. So the animal is not going to give us that iodine either. And I'm definitely not eating the plants with the glyphosates and all of that stuff and the
Right.
GMO. And no, thank you. I'm not going to
That's the
eat
same
that
with
stuff.
magnesium too, actually. We are magnesium deficient in general
Right.
because the ground is has less of it because of
Depleted.
agriculture over the decades. And so a lot of people also supplement with magnesium glycinate or threonate or citrate or whatever. So that's good. I eat a lot of seafood, but then on the days I don't, I put a couple iodine drops too. I put them in my eggs.
Yeah.
You can't really tell.
Yes.
The iodine is important. It is.
Do you
And for
take,
people who are keto, who are eating a lot of vegetables, there's a lot of goitrogenic vegetables that mess with your iodine, and they should stop those, the goitrogenic vegetables. So like kale and broccoli and all the cruciferous. So it's important to understand that what you put in your mouth affects the iodine uptake for your thyroid. Yeah. What were you saying? I'm sorry, Juliet.
I was just asking to continue because I think you had a couple more supplements and I'm nosy.
Oh, yeah. So the other one would be electrolytes. That's pretty much one that I take every day. I utilize electrolytes. I do still drink coffee, and I use those salty caramel vibes. Oh my goodness. So delicious. And like right now, I know that I'm dehydrated. So I'm supplementing with Salter electrolytes, which is a new one that I'm trying recently. I reached out to, I can't think of his name, Scott, I think, about, the Salter electrolytes. And I saw Carrie Mann's daughter, Emma, doing her 30-day lion diet. And she was sprinkling the Salter. I mean, she was just chalking the Salter up. I was like, let me go ahead and order this stuff so I can try it. And it's so good. It is really, really good. Somebody was asking about dehydration. And yes, I'm definitely dehydrated. I'm not having enough water. And I'm definitely supplementing with electrolytes, but I probably need to drink a couple of these, at least 2 of these a day, especially right now when it's super hot outside. And I'm working like a mad woman and not getting up and getting water. And so that is a huge problem. Everybody needs to make sure that you get enough fluids. Make sure
you carry around a bottle with you, so you always have it.
Yeah. I try. So I just opened this. This is my Miyoki cup. It's super cute. And so so now I'm gonna be starting to carry because I'm definitely dehydrated. So those are the main things that I do. I'm trying to think if there's any other magnesium, vitamin D, D3, K2, are other ones that I do. And I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I had low vitamin D,
Yeah.
and actually, my vitamin D regulated itself on carnivore. I had low
Nice.
iron. My iron regulated itself on carnivore. So,
Nice.
sometimes I'll take a supplement of liver. Like I like liver, so I'll cook it up and I'll eat that, and that'll be like a supplement. And
Coach Robin, can you tell Mason that throwing a dropper full of throwing
I
her in
typed
the
it. I typed that. I think
my
it's
God.
too much.
A dropper full.
yeah,
She's gonna
yeah,
like light
yeah.
up like a
It's
jelly. Is it
more
jellyfish?
is not better. Too
Mhm.
much iodine can be just as harmful as not enough iodine.
I'm
And I
not
think
laughing
that's
at you,
where the
Mason.
people
I
were
love it.
freaking out because I went way up on the iodine, and I realized that like my hair started to break off and stuff like that. And so I'm like, okay, I need to go back down. So right now I'm taking the 2% iodine,
Yep.
2 drops.
Exactly.
So that's all I'm doing right now.
I
It's
want
nuts.
to address this question. How do we feel about electrolyte water bottles? Have you all seen these at Walmart and Kroger's?
Mhm.
I've seen them out there. I don't know personally. I just
Yep.
know that if you read the ingredients, if they say natural flavors, guess what's in it?
Don't do it.
Maltodextrin. Don't do it.
Right. Don't do it. Don't do
I
it.
don't
I
don't
think
buy
that those
products.
a
No.
lot of the sweetened electrolytes that you can get in the store, they're just problematic, right?
Yeah.
They don't have good ingredients, which is why we spend the bucks to go ahead and get something like a salt or salty, or I don't know what the other ones out here that people
Elements
are
or
willing to
Redmond.
try.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
Element, yep,
Mhm.
Redmond's, and you can make it yourself at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can buy all the ingredients to make electrolytes yourself at home, or you can just do some Sole water, or you can just add some salt to your water when you're filling up your cup. Like I would say add some good quality salt to your water, and that may be enough. But if you're starting to experience things like leg cramps or something like that, then you might want to go ahead and invest in a good quality electrolyte. So people, I remember talking to my family members, they're like, I'm like, you need some electrolytes. Oh, I picked up some Gatorade. Oh, no, do not do that.
Exactly.
Or I picked up some Powerade or whatever it is from the Costco. And I'm like, guys, it's not quality. It's not good
People don't read
electrolytes.
ingredients. Look at this.
Yeah,
The
right.
store-bought electrolyte drinks, they probably use fluorinated water.
Yeah.
You know, I have a
Unnecessary.
reverse osmosis filter under my kitchen sink that I invested in. I installed it myself.
Mhm.
And so it
Mhm.
takes everything out. And now I
Mhm.
have, I have to add my electrolytes to my water, but my water tastes amazing. I do this all the time. And then if I'm out and I have to drink water from the faucet somewhere, I can taste the chlorine and it just, it's awful.
Mhm.
Spoiled
Yep.
now.
Yes, yes. I have it's called an Epic water filter.
Okay.
It's an organization that reached out to me to affiliate with them, and I got their Epic water filter, which is an undersea filter, and it like yours, it takes everything out.
Mhm.
And so basically, and I'm so happy about that because I got these grandkids in here, and I'm like, I don't want this fluoride in the water for them. I don't. No thanks. Like, let's clean that out and let them drink clean water. So yeah, it's so many things, y'all. It's just so many things that we need to change and address. But I mean, the food thing is a huge thing. If we can change that food piece, it would be really, really beneficial.
Yes. Yes. Start there.
100%.
Be sure to put QQQ in the chat. You have like the best coach in the world right here.
Yes, we do.
Oh.
We have, guys, we
Oh.
have 55 people
Ask her
watching.
questions.
Wow.
Wow, that's a
We're-
record.
That's a record. We haven't been that
Oh my
high.
gosh.
So, and you know what I
Amazing.
attribute it to? I'm going to put it up here if I can get it to come. Let me see if I could share my screen here.
Mhm.
Share screen. Come on, screen window. I'm not good at this.
Take your time.
Can you see it? Oh, darn it. I can't do that right.
Wrong screen.
I don't know how to do it right. It's John
What you trying to
Together
show?
Strong, his Together Strong
Oh,
Guide.
yeah.
All right, there's the Eagle
Oh,
Project.
yes.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
Eagle
Great.
Project Guide. You're on there, Robin, right? Let me try
Yep.
it
I haven't put all
again.
my shows on there yet, but I need to.
All right,
I
I
think that is
share.
haven't
so cool.
I
I
haven't put
can't do
myself
it.
on yet. Oops.
When I do things live, I panic because I push all the wrong buttons. But I'll put the link in the show notes. And what it is, it's like a TV guide kind of thing where
So
you
cool.
can see who's going live. That's how I got on yours the other night, Robin, because I was, we're busy with our lives, and I'm like, oh, look at it, it just
Yes.
popped up as I checked the guide.
Oh, that's
There it was.
amazing.
And so I went on, and
hmm
that's how I got to see you. So I forget why I'm mentioning this.
I want to hear more about Michigan too. All my friends are going. I have FOMO with this whole thing. So
Yeah,
tell
let's
Oh
talk
my
about that and
God.
how many tickets you have left and when it is and where it is.
Okay. So I can say that I have just a few tickets left. How many tickets do I have? I don't know, but let me share my screen really quick. I'll try.
Watch how good you're going to do it, though.
Share
I used to be really good at this when I was teaching. I
this.
don't know what happened to me.
It's my website, carnivorousgrandma.com. So this is Impact Meetup and Eat Up 2026 with Carnivorous Grandma and Friends. Oh my gosh, this isn't even updated. September 5th, 2026, right here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I'm super, super excited because we are going to be, can y'all see that? Y'all see on that
Yes.
screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. We're going to be having, oh my gosh, so many amazing people are coming to this event this year. Dr. Kiltz is going to be there. Dr. Nelson. We got Nurse Laura Russell. Y'all know her, right? She's
Oh yeah.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
And then a lot of different influencers are coming. And I can't even name them all, but Carrie Mann and Adam Lacey have allowed me to be a screening location for the Healing Humanity documentary. So they were like, I don't want to change your event. I'm like, we're going to change the event and we will show this movie because it's so important that people get an opportunity to see it. So we'll be showing a screening of that movie there, the documentary. I mean, we've been all waiting. I don't know. A lot of people are probably seeing it now, but I'm super, super excited and thankful to be able to be one of the locations. And I see that like hundreds of locations coming on board now to show the documentary. So Carrie and Emma will be there. And, I see some people in the chat that are going to be there. It's going to be so
We have
fun.
Jeannie from Australia coming out and George and Lainey.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
just
I
for
cannot
this
believe it.
event.
What you say now? I'm like, what? This is so crazy. So I dropped a link to the Eventbrite. All I can say is it's going to sell out. So you're going to want to get your tickets. It's almost sold out. We can have 120 people, and so that's the max. And so yeah, if you didn't get your tickets yet, you need to go ahead and get them because they're going to be gone soon.
Yeah, right now.
And you put the link in I put that it's called Impact in September 5th.
I put the link to the Eventbrite in the chat somewhere.
Let
me put it again.
Yeah, put it again so people get it.
Go.
There it is.
Yeah. Sorry, it's the long link, but yes, that will take you there to where you can get your tickets.
Great.
Yeah. It's going to be so much fun. We have amazing, amazing food. We have a great time. We got some people coming to tell their stories, and then we got this amazing documentary going to be shown. I really hope that when you come, you will bring somebody with you that's not a carnivore so they can see this movie and then they can become a carnivore because it's so life-changing.
Oh, that's exciting.
That is very exciting. I'm very glad that you're doing that. And let's see if anybody else has a question for Robin about anything. We had a few up there, but I answered a few of them in the chat because they were kind of detailed.
And ignore the one from Mason. She is a good friend. She is messing with you on the IT.
It is.
I didn't see it.
I saw it.
She's messing with me, Robin, about
I
my
used to
IT.
do
okay.
Microsoft Teams when I was teaching, and we were doing
Yep.
COVID, and and I was a master at that thing. I was a pro. I was multitasking, and I'm just not used to doing this. So sharing my screen, I'm like a deer in headlights. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get
Yeah, I
it.
just don't do it enough. I need to
Yeah.
practice it. I did it last Monday night, a little successfully. So I don't know why I couldn't do it now. Anyway, let's see. Anything else to ask Robin while she's here? We want to get your cousin back on too.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Yeah.
we
He's
can.
so much fun.
I have a guest for next week. His name is Nick. He's from Greece. He's fascinating. Gonna love this guest. But then
No
maybe we
next
can
week.
get not next week,
No
the
ne-
week after. Next week, there's no show, by the way, everybody. There's no show next week because Juliet and we can't do it. Both of us respectively can't do it. But the
Yeah.
week after, we're going to have my friend Nick. And then we're also, maybe we can get Sherrod the week after or the week after that.
That would be amazing. Yeah, he'll come.
ask him.
He'll come.
Great. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
excited to come back.
You two together are like the coolest chemistry. Maybe it's because you're related. I don't know. But just sitting there and watching you two interact, I smile the whole time. It's cute.
Oh,
It's
that's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our show. It's called Coach's Corner. And we are just trying to talk about different topics that a coach can help with. So, like yesterday, we talked about the question was, do I have to stay on this medication for the rest of
Right.
my life?
Mm.
And we talked about, well, in some cases that maybe true, but there's also the possibility that a lifestyle change could make a difference and have you reducing and even eliminating a medication. We think about type 2 I think about type 2 diabetes all the time because they told us that it was chronic and incurable.
Yeah.
And come to find out it's easily reversible.
Yeah.
So easy to reverse it. But I mean, who knew? And so, yeah, you would think that in that case, that with type 2 diabetes, you're going to stay on the medication. You're going to keep increasing the medication. You're going to lose your eyesight. You're going to lose your limbs. You're going to be just sick until you die, with your organs shut down and all of this
Yeah.
thing. But you can reverse it with a lifestyle change. And so this is what really freaks me out about people who are unwilling to try lifestyle medicine, because you're gonna be dying of something that you can be healed of. Like, why are we allowing that to happen? And so and it's not just type 2 diabetes. That's a big one because we have such a huge problem with it worldwide, right? We're just looking at who are the leaders in type 2 diabetes, and India is the number one.
Yes.
And then you got China and Pakistan and USA that are, it's a huge problem that could be resolved by changing the way you eat. And, that message is not, it's getting out there, but I think we're still a drop in the bucket. Even though there's many of us. When I started my YouTube channel 3.5 years ago, there weren't that many of us out here talking about this. There was a few people, and now it's blowing up and everybody's out here talking about it. But, it seems to me when I look at my feed, but there's millions and millions and billions of people who have not heard yet.
And the reason they're not hearing it is we have the ADA still sending the message with recipes that you can have carbohydrates and sugar because all you need to do is match it with insulin. That's what the Diabetes Association continues to this day to send that message. So, and now, thankfully, we've got Dr. Berry and we have the ADS correcting that. But and this is also good for type 1. But the message, we're more drops in the ocean. Hopefully we can get more and more and more, and the message will override the previous information. But I know people. I have type 2 diabetic friends, and they won't listen because their doctor with the white coat told them it's okay. To have.
Right. Here's the problem with that recommendation. I want you guys to think about this. Next time somebody tells you that crazy mess, this is what I want you to think about. If you are an alcoholic, you are not going to advise your alcoholic friend to take a little alcohol to deal with your alcoholism. This is what we're doing with type 2 diabetes.
Mhm.
Type 2 diabetes is a problem of too much insulin, right? And so instead of us figuring out ways to be able to reduce the insulin, we are adding insulin to address the blood glucose,
Mhm.
right? You're adding alcohol to your alcoholic. And so it's a huge problem. It is really, it seems like it should be illegal to do
Yeah.
that because you're addressing an issue of too much insulin by adding insulin. You're addressing the symptom, right? The symptom is that the blood glucose is high. You're not addressing the root cause, which is that you got your insulin is knocking and knocking and knocking and knocking, and your cells are saying, "I'm not letting you in because send out some more insulin," right?
I'm not letting
Because
that
I'm
fat
not.
out either.
You are not coming in. No one's getting through the gate, and so this is a huge problem that we have. I mean, and I'm sure that it has. You know, when this originally came out, it probably saved lives. But what we see is people losing their limbs, losing their eyesight, losing their organs, all because they have way too much insulin. And so they're just going to keep on increasing insulin to address that blood glucose.
If you Google it right now, you know, I mess around with AI. I do it for my own videos. So I just Googled, I'm carnivore, but XYZ, what should I do? And you know, when it runs, it's thinking, if you have the paid one, and it goes thinking, and it popped up, come up with balanced answer. And then it went through, and I'm just sitting there knowing what's going to come out. It's like, oh, well, you know, you can eat carbs, you know, the ADA. So I'm like, it hasn't changed. Like, it's not just going to the ADA website. It's any Google AI, Chat GPT.
Right.
I was like, and then, okay.
You think about what's going to happen when all those people get off insulin. Somebody's yacht is not getting paid for, okay? Somebody's kids are not going to be able to go to college.
And you know the story behind insulin when it first came out, that it was offered, it was like the guy gave it for free, the patent. And then now look what the insurance companies and the pharmaceutical companies are charging for insulin today and holding it hostage for a lot of people. But
the other thing is the GLP-1s. Like, I mean, and there may be a place for that, but I'm watching people literally withering away on these GLP-1s when you could do this with a lifestyle change. The same exact thing, you could do it with a lifestyle change if you were willing and could take the courage to actually do it.
Except you won't wither away. You'll look healthy.
You'll look amazing. I think Carnivore does something that makes your body look like shapely.
It really does. It allows your body to heal and get back to normal. If you just give it a chance, remove the noise, remove the toxins. Everybody's different, but it absolutely works. But people want a fast response, though. I want to lose weight in 3 days, you know, and so they're you know, I'm going to take the drug, you know, instead of just taking your time and letting your body heal from the inside out slowly and carefully. And we're saving so much money without doing all the drugs and all the supplements and all the toxins. You know, just eating food and saving money shopping, by the way, because we're spending less money. We're not buying any of the ultra processed foods.
Right.
And I put the money I would have spent into better meats. I don't even have to buy just ground, but some people can't afford it. You can just buy ground beef and eggs.
Ground beef,
if you can do eggs. Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%. Yes, it's a huge issue because we're throwing medicine where lifestyle change could really make a difference. And making it easy. I got off it.
Tony said I got off of it. Yeah. And the carnivore feel better, no more muscle loss. And you do get muscle loss. And I also heard that when you're taking GLP-1s, it lowers your stomach acid a little bit. So you don't have the same acidity to break down the protein. And that's another reason why you're getting muscle loss. All right. I just listened to, I think it was Paul Mason, somebody on Down Under. I have all these different tabs on my YouTube. And he was talking, the whole talk was on GLP-1s. I listened to it this morning. The list of side effects. Just play the side effects. It'll scare you to death. You'll be like, there's no way I would ever take. There were so many other side effects too, other than muscle wasting. Really, really scary side effects. So I think it may have its place for some people who are morbidly obese, just to give them a jump start. But you need counseling. You need to learn how to eat properly. And then you need to get off the drug. It should not be a lifetime drug.
Exactly. That's the thing, is that, and that's I think that is the issue, the primary issue with throwing a drug at something without the component of the lifestyle change.
Right.
Because when they get off the drug, they've just been on a yo-yo diet. They're just going to go right back to what they were, and worse. And worse. And worse. And so it's really sad. It's really sad. I'm sad to see so many people on it.
I am too. And the Hollywood movie stars, you know, we're seeing them. Oh, look at so-and-so, look at so-and-so. And they're taking Ozempic and talking about it. Whoopi Goldberg, so many others. And what it's doing for them. And it's like, but are they changing what they're eating? Or are they eating the same crap and just less of it?
Yeah.
You know? So we're at the top of the hour already, Robin. My gosh.
Wow.
Yeah. It just flew by. We should probably do these longer than an hour. But let's go around and share where we can find one another on social media. I'll start and then we'll end with Robin for the evening. So I'm on YouTube and Threads and X and Instagram and all those, pretty much almost all of the social media sites. Also go to Together Strong Guide. I put the link in the chat. You can find a lot of wonderful creators in there and watch their lives and their pre-recorded shows as well. Juliet?
Hello. On YouTube, you can find me at Coach Juliet Edens, or on my website, CoachJulietEdens.com. You'll see me hanging around Dr. Kiltz. I'm a Kiltz health coach as well. And I just follow John around.
I follow you, Juliet.
Robin.
Well, my what do we call it? My moniker is Carnivorous Grandma. Grama, because that's what my grandkids call me. So you can find me on Carnivorous Grandma on YouTube and TikTok, on Instagram and Facebook. My website is CG Health Coach. And so you can also find me there. I have a show on Monday nights. It's called Hey Sister Girl. And so we're talking about all kinds of topics over there. And I have another show on Saturdays. We talked about it already. It's called Coach's Corner. And every other week, I do Carnivorous Grandma Speaks, where I bring somebody to interview or we just talk about a topic. My next topic is going to be about metabolic syndrome in kids. And so I hope that you guys will join me for that one when I'm just doing my Carnivorous Grandma Speaks. So, but thank you guys so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. I love it over here at Carnivore Sundays. So I'll be back again sometime.
Absolutely. Yay. And we appreciate and love you, Robin. Thank you again for coming on. I think this is your third time or maybe even fourth time. I'm not sure. Way back when we started with John. Yeah, it could be John. Hey, I don't care. You're a wonderful guest. Folks, we're going to not be on next Sunday, remember, but we'll be on the Sunday after with a special guest from Greece. So I hope you'll join us then. Take care, everybody.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.